Hola amigos, I am Pedro, boy de Pedro, aka Texan Spaniard on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Texan Spaniard Studios on Patreon and Coffee, and this is the audio version of Pedro is Marking Out, a blog of wrestling reviews that you can find on my coffee at ko-fi.com/Texan Spaniard Studios. If you want to read the text-only versions, go there, and if you want to just hear them in audio, keep listening to this. And if you feel like donating, you can do that too at my coffee. All donations are appreciated. Thanks, and on to the blog read. Hola amigos, PIMO, aka Pedro is Marking Out, returns. Sorry for the unplanned hiatus. I watched the much talked about Utami versus Shuri match from Stardom. That clown Meltzer gave 5.5 stars to, and I had very different opinion on that match from everyone else. It was a match that left me very frustrated to the point I just didn't even feel like watching wrestling for a while. But instead of addressing that match, I'm just going to move around it and maybe return to that topic on another day. I'm going to watch something more positive. Sendai Girls' big show in Niigata from June 27th. Let's do this. Sendai Girls' big show in Niigata, June 27th, 2021. Sendai Girls' junior title match, Mei Hoshizuki versus Yurika Oka. This is a lot of fun. Sloppy at points, but intense. Yurika punches above her level in many ways here, while Hoshizuki is of course already super good and leads the lesser experienced Oka through a really fun match. I like that it turned into a battle of roll-ups and flash pins, because that is a protective way to have Mei lose the title to someone below her level, thus freeing up the Marvelous talent to move up to the bigger matches on the cards going forward more permanently. Oka wins the junior championship. This was fun. No complaints from me. I'm giving it 2.5 stars. Mika Iwata and Manami and Ryo Mizunami versus Aja Kong, Hiroyo Matsumoto, and Ayami Sasamura. Oh man, this was fun. This had a good mix of action, comedy, and stiffness. The bits with Aja mocking Manami were pretty hilarious. Though it has to be said that Aja needs to retire. She's needed to retire for a long while now. It is just sad to watch her struggle through so much pain to move. But everyone else everyone put a lot into this. Lady Godzilla stiffed the heck out of Manami with her chops. Sasamura and Manami had pretty good exchanges of forearms and elbows. Iwata was fired up and is looking great in her return from injury. All in all, a fun match. I'll give it 2.5 stars as well. But mark out mania. Dash Chisako was talking to the crowd when Marvelous's Hibiki interrupted her, and she wasn't alone. Andras, Cassandra, Michiko Miyagi was with her. Miyagi back in Sendai Girls? Mark out mania. They mock Chisako's injured leg until Mika Iwata comes out, kicks Miyagi and Hibiki, and chases them out. Oh my god, very exciting. I'm way into this angle. Marking out. Sendai Girls Tag Team title match. Team 200 kilograms, which is Chihiro Hashimoto and Yu, versus Mio Momono and Rin Kadokura from Marvelous. Good match. The life of this match was the continuation of Chihiro versus Momono from the Gaiism Sendai Girls versus Marvelous rivalry. These two have a lot of chemistry, and it is so good to watch play out in the ring in matches like the Gaiism main event and this one. The story here was fairly simple. Team 200 kilogram were eating up the smaller Marvelous girls, and Momono was not going to get murdered by Chihiro's death German this go around. She avoided that at all costs, and as she ran out of true offensive weapons to use against Chihiro, she turned to flash pins as her trump card, and when she put on that Momo latch, that did it. The Marvelous team are the new Sendai Girls Tag Team Champions, and Mio got a small measure of revenge after her defeat at Gaiism. Post-match challenges were made for a Sendai Girls World title match between her and Chihiro. That should be fantastic. You didn't get to do a lot, but man, I enjoyed watching her wreck people with her stiff chops and that judo throw. Katakura was there. She wasn't awful, but she didn't really add much to the match except excessively throwing out a shitty looking super kick. She needs to either drop the super kick or work on it. Currently, it is not a great looking weapon for her. Good match. Not at the same level of the Gaia's main event, of course, but fun pro wrestling viewing, keeping a rivalry going for more matches. I'll give it 3 stars. Meiko Satomura and Minoru Suzuki versus Nanae Takahashi and Jinsei Shinzaki. That was something. This was a lot of fun, but kind of a bummer at the same time because Satomura clearly injures her knee in this match, and it has to put her NXT UK women's title reign into some question after this. Suzuki seemed to be enjoying himself in this a lot, very different from his New Japan role and character here. Everyone worked hard, and there was some good, fun stuff here, but that Satomura injury really overshadowed everything else going on. Hate to see it, especially with the NXT UK job and winning the championship recently, but it happens. Fun match. Hope the injury isn't too bad for Satomura. I'll give it 2.5 stars. This was a fun show up and down the whole card. Very glad I watched it. Catch y'all the next time I catch some wrestling.